Take a look at this person right here. He was regarded as charismatic with good looks to boot. Not only was he well respected in his community and went to law school, he also murdered over 30 women. Wait, what? Yes, Ted Bundy, the American serial killer, is the prime example of our childhood favorite phrase, looks can be deceiving. However, the vast majority of us, much like Bundy's victims, still comply to the outward facades of other people, ignoring their inside story. Why is this such a problem? And it's because judging others based off first impressions and stereotypes can create a hatred that catalyzes the tension between ourselves and others. As a witness of this both on and off campus, I'll give you 3 reasons why such prejudice is harmful to society, starting with the creation of false social stigmas and stereotypes, the victimization of self due to comparison, and finally the creation of global fear. I will then offer solutions to help mitigate this worldwide problem. Take a look at the person sitting right next to you. At a glance, you can probably take a wild guess about their occupation, their religious beliefs, or even their personality just by the way they present themselves. However, such over-reliance on these initial assumptions completely disregards what makes that person special and unique. Sometimes that leads to the creation of social stigmas and stereotypes. For example, I am Asian, so according to societal norms, I am a wizard at math, an aspiring doctor, and also terrible at driving. Though not all these stereotypes are necessarily negative, even positive stereotypes can prove to be detrimental. In a BYU study conducted by Chen, she found that positive stereotypes enforcing Asians, like be more competent in a workflow environment, still led to fewer promotions. Why? That is because the more positively stereotyped Asians are compared to the white counterparts, expectations on them increase, leading to the work performance labeled as poor even if they're working at a level comparable to Caucasians. Not just groups of race, certain groups of people like returned missionaries that got sent home early also face looming stigmas on campus. We might think it is due to a serious transgression of sin, but little do we know it could be due to stress, a medical condition, or even homesickness, or all of the above. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not know any better, yet we give ourselves the right to label others completely based on our own flawed presumptions. To combat such destructive thinking, we must understand that though judging is a natural process, how we respond to our inner monologue is what matters. Do your best to open your mind and embrace the notion that not everything is what it seems, and I challenge you to understand first and then to judge accordingly. Moving on, what happens to yourself when you judge another? There's a reason that depression and suicide rates have skyrocketed even though this era is supposed to give us the best forms of living. And why is that? That is due to self-comparison and judgment. A study analyzing Facebook use and self-perception reveals that similar types of social media ingrains the belief that others' life is so much better than ours is, all exacerbated by shallow judgments. And this loss of individuality is what kills people, and what destroys senses of self-worth of ourselves and others as well. According to Mark Manson, a New York Times best-selling author and blogger, in his article How We Judge Others, people judge others off different metric of values. Someone may judge another based off family, wealth, or even attractiveness values. We all view the world differently. Do your best to unplug your phone and accept the differences of others, because in the end, we must accept ourselves for who we are, not based on others' values of us. What happens when the combination of both destructive judgments and self-insecurity all come together? The creation of global fear. Currently, in the midst of this global pandemic, we are witnessing some of the ugliest sides of humanity. Just this past week, as me and my other Asian friends are aboard the UVX bus, my friend next to me started unleashing a barrage of coughs after choking on water. Immediately, the mood around us changed. People sitting around us moved towards the front of the bus, their eyes turning back at us in fear and disgust. Coronavirus hate crimes like this racist letter sent to a Chinese restaurant in England shows the deterioration of a united humanity amidst this global panic. Such animosity from shallow judgments and stereotypes lead to us and others who mean absolutely no harm feel alienated and unwanted. So stop and take a deep breath. Realize that you can be in this worldwide panic, but not a part of it. Make rational decisions, and most importantly, trust others. In conclusion, I've talked about 3 consequences that prejudice has on our society today. And that includes the creation of false social stigmas and stereotypes, the victimization of self due to self-comparison, and finally the creation of global fear. I then offer solutions to help mitigate this worldwide problem. Hopefully, one day, we will be free from judging others without knowing their true inside story. So the next time you see someone as handsome as Ted Bundy, be sure to pay attention to his intentions, not just to his appearances. Thank you.